Hello everybody. I'm going to teach you how to use timeline animation in Photoshop CS 5.1. CS 5.1 is an older version which is mainly used on college computers or educational computers at schools, unless they have the modern version. I'm going to be explaining how to find the animation window, um, how to use keyframes, and the do's and don'ts of doing the timeline animation. So, shall we begin? Alright, lovely. So, first of all, you want to have this window right here. And don't forget to make a new file, name it as you'd like. Mine is named timeline animation. You want to go to Windows, you want to go all the way here, and you want to click on the animation tab, which will show this window right here. If your window is like this, with these animation frames, you want to go right over here, where it's pointing at convert to timeline animation. You want to click that. Then you want to click new layer. This layer we'll be using to make a shape and to animate a shape with. Some people will make the common mistake of using the rectangle tool instead of the rectangle mark tool or the elliptical mark tool. The issue with the rectangle tool is if you want to animate with it will not move. So as you can see here, I use the rectangle tool. I'm clicking this arrow right here on timeline animation, so as you can see shape 1 has showed up. You can rename the shape as you like. I'm keeping it as shape 1 because this is only temporary, and to show you that the rectangle tool does not work with timeline animations if you want to choose position. So if you click position, this pop-up saying animating the layer position may not have any effect. You may need to animate the mask. So I'm still going ahead with the position. You will need to set this at thingamabob. I have no idea what's called. This timeline selector, and you want to put it in front of here. If you keep it there and you move your shape, the keyframe will not appear. So that's another don't. So what you wanna do is move this around here. Then, just to show you, if you move this over here, you can see the keyframe over here. And then if you press, not this, and if you go back here and press space, the rectangle will not move. That is because it's not the correct option to choose. That's all I know. So we'll be deleting this, and instead we'll be using the rectangle mark tool. I've got the rectangle mark tool right here. You can find it right here underneath the move tool. So press shift to make a nice even rectangle, and then you want to choose the fill bucket tool and choose any color you'd like. I'm gonna choose red. I love the color red. And you're gonna fill it. Then CTRL D to deselect the item. So you've got the square layer right here. So I'm gonna select rectangle mark tool again, press shift, make a nice even rectangle, and I'm gonna fill it with the paint bucket tool, the color red. Choose any color you'd like, it's your own choice, and name the layer anything you'd like. So CTRL D to deselect it. So Now, as you can see, the layer square has appeared in our animation timeline. What you want to do next is, if you see this arrow right here, you want to click on it and it will pop up these few options with these little clocks on it. You've got position, opacity, style, and that's it. You want to click on the position time watch or stopwatch, and you can see this yellow little diamond. That is called a keyframe. That will be used to animate your object, your square. So let me take the move tool, grab this cube here, and I now move it over here. But as you can see, there is not another keyframe because I did not move the current time indicator. What you want to do is, let's move this back. What you want to do is move the current time indicator all the way to second 1 or 0100F. As you can see, you have the little diamond here, and what you want to do is grab the square or your object, press shift, and move it nice and straight to the other side. This will create a keyframe, and if you move your time indicator all the way back, you can see it. The square is moving. Ooh, 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 ooh. So, if you press space, it will move all the way over there, and even if it keeps moving, it will just stay there until you decide, hey, let's make another keyframe. It stopped right there, so let's move it over here. This will make another keyframe, but as you can see, it will be much quicker than our previous time frame. I just forgot what it's called, my apologies. But as you can see, it's going really quickly. So another thing you can do is grab the keyframe and move it towards the other second. So now it's a bit slower than where it was previously. And that should be it for the basics of and the do's of don'ts of making an animation timeline. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Brush Captain, and I'm hoping you learned something, because I'm not a teacher.